Buena gente, aquí Swampo nuevamente y en esta ocasión les traigo una guía sobre Dogma 2. En la descripción del video tendrán la línea de tiempo con los puntos importantes de la quest, junto con el Discord de nuestra comunidad, redes sociales y el canal de la plataforma Violeta. No se olviden, si es que les gusta el video, dejar su like, suscribir y compartir, que es gratis y me ayudan a seguir creando contenido. Sin más que decir, los dejo con la guía.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have aught to do with the shrine that rose up from the sea depths, would you? I've a notion that you... Delightful. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. I fought many battles in my journey, but the thrill of felling a colossal foe goes unmatched. Suffice it to say, I shall watch your undertakings with great interest. Wonderful. Suffice it to say, I shall watch your... Shall we get some rest, then?
Nighttime already? I thought 'twas rather dark.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have aught to do with the shrine that rose up... Astounding. You know, many of our patrons wish to take me for themselves. Yet there is something different about you. How curious. I lived a simpler life once. But one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Good morrow, everyone. Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end he deserves. Or so I'd sworn, but I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid, but I've done nary a thing to earn it. And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do. Save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath.
You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds. I know not whether I can assist you in this, friend. Ah, but of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Allard. Long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection. Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find purpose for it in due time. I suspect this will suffice as proof.
There's not enough.
You have my fullest confidence. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing. Under normal circumstances, I would not overlook such a clear admission of murderous intent. But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest authority. His fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to find the evidence we seek? Perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could serve us.
Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter. Though, they're not likely to divulge their secrets readily.
Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. This is a memorandum of Allard's. According to this, afore attaining his current status, he was in the employ of a merchant. And in order to claim the merchant's property as his own, he murdered the man and his wife, staging it as an accident. It is a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, I have every faith 'twould be sufficient to condemn him for all time. The deed was monstrous, and yet, considering my position, I am afraid I cannot condone the man's assassination. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? Very well. I would place my faith in you, Your Majesty. However, know that should he be assassinated, I cannot offer you my aid. Now, pray bear the evidence you've discovered to the Myrmecolian. I will do everything in my power to assist you.
So the captain is willing to aid you only if you do not stain your hands in blood. I hope you...
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
This is no life.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
I do not waste my time. Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a window here.
Such quietude is a blessing.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust.
I was afraid I might find you here. I cannot believe you would stoop to such... No. This is not the time. You will be able to slip out the rear entrance. Follow me, and quickly.
That was certainly well handled. I suppose I ought not to have expected any less. Pray, visit me at the Myrmicolian tomorrow evening. I'll prepare aught by way of thanks. Till then, be well.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
I cannot believe it. You killed Allard. You realize this could jeopardize our plans for your ascension. I will do what I can to obscure your involvement in this matter. However, bear in mind that you may have to shoulder the burden of your own heedlessness in future.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. We ought to put it to good use.
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. 'Twould seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough, but I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my baudelry will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
Oh, could use a rest. Would that all my days were spent.